right, welcome back to American Sunrise. I'm Dr. Gina, joining David Brody here in studio in our Washington, D.C. bureau. Thank you for joining us. It is time now for today's health news, sponsored by the wellness company and under the microscope today. Is it possible to be too old to shovel snow? We've all read the headlines. We've all heard of our friends, or a teacher of mine I remember passed away. You hear shoveling snow. So with winter storms arriving across much of the United States, health experts are warning that shoveling snow can be risky. The combination somehow of the cold temperatures and heavy snow removal, this can drive the heart rate sky high as intense, maybe treadmill usage or something like that. But in these cold temperatures, can have special effects on your body. Shoveling has been linked to a higher risk of heart attacks, muscle strains, and falls and other injuries. Experts say, though, that people over 65, or in my case, 5, anyone with heart disease or other health risks should consider getting help with snow removal. Listen, this is what the neighborhood kids are for, right? I mean, you hire the kid down the street to do this for you. You don't try to do it yourself. Healthy individuals can reduce the risk by doing a little warm-up first. You know, just like before you work out, you do warm-up, Shoveling small amounts at a time, not exerting yourself too much. Using a lightweight shovel, that's important because that'll keep the energy expenditure down. Pushing rather than lifting whenever possible, and taking frequent breaks. Also, I would say staying hydrated. I know it sounds common sense, like you never want to talk about common sense because most of us know it, but remembering to have some good hydration before you go out in the snow, even taking some of those hydration enhancers maybe before you go out in the snow so that your electrolytes are up there. And then just being sure if you're going to shovel snow that you're already in good shape. And if you're not, find someone who is before you go out there and shovel that snow. All right, you know that stubborn ache that never quite goes away, the one that ice, heat, pain pills barely touch. Well, what if you could target it all at the cellular level instead of just numbing it? This is after you've shoveled the snow. This is exactly what Therablue was designed to do. Therablue is a next generation pain-relieving peptide gel that works deep into your skin's surface. It is powered by AQA aquamolecular technology. It delivers peptides and botanicals directly into the muscle for legit lasting relief. Its hero ingredient, it's called copper peptide. It promotes collagen synthesis, reduces inflammation, helps accelerate repair. NAD+, which you're reading about all the time now, that is in it. It restores cellular energy. It aids in recovery, while methylene blue protects your mitochondria and supports endurance. Natural extracts like MSM, turmeric, white willow bark, arnica, and ginger soothe inflammation, while menthol, camphor, and eucalyptus oil, I love eucalyptus oil so much, deliver instant cooling relief. It absorbs fast, it leaves your skin refreshed, not greasy. That's important, doesn't get on your clothes. Apply a thin layer, massage until it's absorbed, let your body experience lasting recovery. All right, you guys, right now you can get 10% off by visiting twc.health/RAV. Use the promo code RAV. Move freely again and smell good all day. It's such a nice smell too. It's not like that old stuff that we used to put on for muscle stuff. Anyway, click twc.health/RAV. Peptide your pain away with Therablue pain relieving gel from the wellness company. Use code RAV. Save 10%. David Brody, 10% on every order.
Thank you for saying that.
You're welcome. 10%.
I was waiting for it.
Yeah, I know.
You know I was waiting for it.
I knew.
Yeah, by the way, can I just say on shoveling? So I get in there and so like...
You do shovel your own driveway? You have kids for that, David Brody.
But they're gone.
Oh, that's true.
They're gone. So I need to get these neighborhood kids, like you say. Yes. It's a good idea, by the way.
No, it is. They love the tent. It was $5 back in the day, but it's probably 50 now.
Right. By the way, I do a couple hours of that, and I get my good exercise, and I'm exhausted. Yeah. And then I want to go to Carrabba's.
Is that a restaurant?
Yeah, hello.
Okay.
I like bread and pasta.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, now over to Nvidia. The computer chip making company now has an interesting predicament on its hands. It has too much cash. Boy, that's tough. CNBC notes that the company had more than $60 billion, that's with a B, in cash at the end of October. That's up from $13.3 billion in early 2023. Nvidia has already pledged How much does that say? 18 billion? My goodness. $18 billion in stakes in companies like Nokia, Intel, and others. So what will they do with the rest of that money? That's a big question. Let's turn now to the host of American Sunrise Early Edition. Also the guy behind Jake's Take Substacks. That would be Jake Novak, coming to us from West Palm Beach, Gina. He's in your chair.
I know.
What's going on? Jake Novak in the middle of a West Palm Beach coup, clearly. So, Jake, listen, I wish I had lots of cash just laying around. So what's the play here by Nvidia? Good morning to you in sunny West Palm. I'm assuming it's sunny.
It is. Well, first of all, if they don't know what to do with the cash, my address is... No, just kidding. Really, that'd be nice.
Exactly.
But in all seriousness, David and Gina, I think it's really a business school study worthy discussion about what Nvidia is doing with some of its money. It's looking at a lot of other companies, especially tech companies that were top of the heap in the past, looked at why they are no longer at the top of the heap, and trying to use that cash to stave that off. So one of the things they're doing is they're buying stakes in a lot of their customers' companies. So their customers won't go to another company to get their supplies. It's not a bad idea. Right now, it may not completely keep them from more competition, but it might actually help them live a lot longer. So that's one of the things they're looking at. They're looking at everyone who's buying their chips right now. You know, they don't want to put money in a loser company, but if that company is viable, they're thinking maybe we should take a stake in it and see how that goes. Now, for those of you who are looking at that and saying, well, isn't that an antitrust monopoly thing? Yeah, it might be, but believe me, they have smart lawyers and they know just how much to invest where before you get to that percentage where there might be an antitrust investigation. But I think this is interesting because they're trying to not go the way of Kodak, for example. What if Kodak had bought some of the movie studios or some of the places that used to use their film before digital started to come in? Maybe we'd have a different America right now. It's just a little bit of a study I'd like to see done right now, and Nvidia is doing it for us in real time.
Jake, I also want to talk to you about the merger between Warner Brothers and Netflix. I'm hearing a lot of scuttlebutt about this around Washington, D.C. This is quite the topic. People were just in small conversation. Antitrust concerns coming up regarding that deal. The $72 billion deal, Jake, would give Netflix control of HBO Max, the DC Comics universe, and more, actually. There's a lot more involved in this. Reports that the Trump administration is viewing this deal with some heavy skepticism, notably so. Jake, how do you see this going forward? What's going to happen here? There's a lot of real sort of concern about this.
Yeah, well, for those Americans who are looking at this and worried about monopoly stuff, I got something to say from the Die Hard movie, which is a Christmas movie. Welcome to the party, pal. There are so many egregious monopolies in America today that I can't, for the life of me, and I don't care how libertarian you are, Amazon is a freaking monopoly. Microsoft is a monopoly. I can go on. Google is one of the worst monopolies in the world. And this would be another one. So, yeah, I think that it's worth scrutiny. But I'll tell you something, Gina. I think that if you corner me, I say 60-40, the administration will allow this. I'm a little bit on the fence. Again, I don't know if I would allow it, but it's not up to me.
Because there was that whole kiddie porn thing.
Yeah, and you got it right at DC and all. And the thing is that there's also some political aspects of this. I don't think Warner Brothers wanted to sell itself to anyone who wasn't left of center because they want to kill CNN. Let's be honest. This is a lot. I saw CNN talking about the story this morning, and Brian Stelter looked like he was on the electric chair. I mean, he knows what's going to happen to CNN. And you give it over to Reed Hastings, who's the CEO of Netflix, who was a big Democrat donor, not just a Democrat. He puts his money where his mouth is. Who's going to say, oh, it's a conservative conspiracy to get rid of CNN? I think that had a big reason. I think that was a big reason why they chose Netflix. Also, Netflix got a lot more cash in their pocket than they had when this first deal was sort of trotted out. In April, when they were first talking about maybe Warner Brothers selling itself, since then, Netflix stock is, they gained between April and June 60% on their stock. So they had a lot more cash lying around to make a buy like this as well. So money talks.
Well, Jake Novak, it'll be interesting. We'll be following it with you. Thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
All right, coming up, President Trump hosted the Kennedy Center Honors last night. I was there. I have my full breakdown next here on American Sunrise.